Number 5. Tanuki. A real-life tanuki looks like this. In English, they are called raccoon dogs, probably because of how they look. In Japanese folklore, the tanuki are seen to be magical creatures with the powers to shapeshift. They of course like to play tricks and are fun-loving creatures. They like to shapeshift into anything for the purpose of their trickery, not just limited to pretty women. Turning leaves into money is their specialty, but without them around, the money would then turn back into leaves. Now, the trickster tanuki are described to have big testicles, which can be used as a prop for their shapeshifting. For example, they may use them as weapons, drums, a parachute, or even like an umbrella. Their magical balls are so prominent, statues of them usually features them. There's also a children's song singing specifically about the tanuki's balls. The song goes like this: Tan tan tanuki no kintama wa kaze mo nai no ni bura bura, which means tan tan tanuki's balls, even when there is no wind, they would swing and swing. There's an anime called Pompoko by the Ghibli Studios about these magical tanuki. It depicts what their life came to be because of deforestation and urbanization, though of course that's fictional. Other than them being tricksters, it is believed that the tanuki statues could bring good luck, whether for the household or shops. Number 4. Puck. The puck seems to have been found all over Europe. Variations of its name could be seen in many ancient languages, such as puka in Old English, puki in Old Norse, and pukis in Latvia and Lithuania. Apparently puka can also mean demon. Now, puck is a shapeshifter, so getting a specific appearance of the creature is almost impossible. For example, some described it as a frightening creature with the head of a donkey. Some described it as a queer little creature that is long and grotesque, looking like a chicken half out of its skin. Some less frightening description described it to look like a brownie or a hobbit, or even an elf-like creature. But what is known is that it likes to play tricks and confuse humans. They can be invisible and can also shapeshift. So they may mislead travelers to get them lost, cause people to trip, and other small pranks, especially when you are in the forest. Number 3. Cluricons and leprechauns. Leprechauns are famously known to look like little old men wearing a green outfit that apparently has a pot of gold hidden at the end of a rainbow. He's always depicted as very cunning and slippery. What I mean about slippery is that they are very hard to catch, as the old beliefs says that by capturing the leprechauns you'd get a chance to have the pot of gold that they are hiding. Now, some people believe that the cluricons are the leprechauns themselves. This is because their appearance are almost the same, but the cluricons have a more disheveled and sloppy look to them. Also, the cluricons are only seen at night and are usually drunk. Maybe it's the leprechauns having a night out drinking, or like some people believe, the cluricons are just a close cousin to the leprechauns. Apparently, the cluricons' idea of a prank is to ride on sheep, goats, and even dogs for fun, though they are more interested in people's wine cellar than to prank people. Number 2. Tickle Oshi. This creature is well known throughout southern Africa and they are very much feared. There are 2 types of Tickle Oshi. One is a mischievous evil spirit and the other a creature that is created with black magic. The ones created with black magic are zombie-like creatures. They are created by removing the eyes and the tongue of a full-bodied corpse. The ritual also includes thrusting a hot iron rod into the skull, a secret powder blown into the mouth of the dead, and of course an affinity with black magic. These type of Tickle Oshi are created to scare or harm other people. The other type are said to be water spirits or creatures that are not dangerous but mischievous and only harmful when crossed. They can turn invisible by swallowing or putting magical pebbles in their mouth and just annoy people when they feel like annoying. Now, they only truly become dangerous when they get captured by humans. When captured, the Tickle Oshi will then be a personal slave for the witch or warlock, which includes household chores, evil errands, and even to satisfy the sexual needs of the master. There's a few descriptions of how the Tickle Oshi looks like. Some say they are large furry creatures, while others say they are furry dwarf-like creatures. But the penis always stands out. It is said to be very big and long. In fact, so long they can actually sling it over their shoulder. Now, what makes them dangerous is that they can bite off or tear off human limbs apart and might even rape people who are asleep. But as stated earlier, they usually cause harm because of an order or if they are angered. The way to ward against them is by having your bed raised high up above the ground to prevent night attacks. Or you can get a concoction made of the Tickle Oshi fat for protection against them, which are apparently sold in specialized multi-sellers. Number 1. Sassy, best known as Sassy Perez. The Sassy Perez looks like a dark-skinned boy but has only one leg and has holes in the palms of his hands. He is said to always smoke a pipe and wears a magical red cap that could make him appear or disappear. Sassy is known to be a prankster and could be very malicious. He could put curses on things, making them unusable or useless, such as preventing eggs from hatching, popcorn kernels not popping, milk becoming sour, and even dropping flies into food. Let's just say if anything around you goes wrong, it's all because of Sassy. Another feature he has is that wherever he goes, there's always a dust devil around. Sassy seems to use the dust devil as a means of transport, as he seemed to appear or disappear out of or into a dust devil. It is believed that the Sassy is inspired from the Trasco from Portuguese and Northern Spanish mythology, especially the Asturian mythology. Now, to get rid of the Sassy, drop a rope or anything that are tangled and full of knots while saying, "No one would be able to straighten this, it's impossible," just to rile the Sassy up. Then the Sassy would be compelled to straighten it out as a challenge. But this only works if the Sassy could not complete the challenge. If he manages to solve it, he'll still be around.